so sweet and fair. Almost surely, gaze in wonder at thy gifts so rich and rare. Rivers, valleys, hills and mountains, all these gifts we do extol. Healthy land, soul, life, all fountains, giving chest that warms the soul. Thank you.
Remain standing, please. Okay, in everything that we do, we must give God honor, we must give him praise. And so we ask Miss Abraham, the principal of the Campbell Primary School, to lead us in prayer.
Good afternoon to everybody. Let's just quiet ourselves before the Lord. Would you please close your eyes, please? Let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for today, for each heart and mind that feels the presence of this room. We thank you for today and the purpose of it. Only you truly know what we want to accomplish. I commit all of our students before you. You are the greatest teacher, and our children need a full and abundant life. We thank you for the government and the wisdom you have given to them to touch the lives of these children with these devices. We know that it will spur them into action for their own benefit. Continue to give strength and wisdom to the Prime Minister and his team, and guide and direct their decisions always. We pray for the parents. Help them to understand the value of their children's education. May they surround them with support and encouragement to become all who you desire them to be. Thank you for all of our teachers and principals who will create an environment where students can learn, flourish, and find hope and skill for a better future. Father, once again, we are so thankful that you are able to bring hope through, even through the toughest time. In Jesus' name, amen.
Please be seated. Today is a wonderful day, and we have some very important people here with us today. And we have to give them the official welcome. We call on our District Education Officer, Mrs. Margaret Jules Royer, who is responsible for the schools in the Western District, to give the official welcome. Mrs. Royer. In everything, give God thanks. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we will all rejoice in it. It is my pleasure and an honor for me as Education Officer of the Western District to say welcome to you today. First, I want to say thanks to God for us to be here today. Such a wonderful day it is. I want to welcome first our Honorable Minister of Education, the Honorable Octavia Alfred. Welcome, Miss, to this part of the education system, the Western District, and the school, Mahaut, the schools Mahaut, Campbell, and Warner in the Mahaut constituency. We also want to welcome two honorable men who are part of this constituency. Your own parliamentary representative, the Honorable Rayburn Blackmore. So we welcome you, and we know today you are a very happy man. And today is your day. After this ceremony, all your schools, your 4 schools in your constituency, the children would have received educational devices. Isn't that wonderful? Yes, it is. And we thank God for that. So we welcome you, sir. We also welcome a son of the soil, the Senator, the Honorable Cassani Laville, the Minister for Public Works and the digital economy. We welcome you, sir, to your own place, but we still have to say welcome. To the principals, so I will start with the host, Principal of Mahaut Primary, Miss Nola Stedman, and her hardworking staff. We welcome you, and we are happy that you have prepared everything for us to be here at this ceremony today. We want to welcome our sister school, Campbell Primary. Nice little school on a hill up there. Yes, my Campbell people. So we have the Campbell Primary, Principal Abraham, and also a very diligent staff. And we have, wow, a species that's very scarce, the male principal, the only male principal in the midst, Mr. Bertrand, and your hardworking staff from the Warner Primary. We welcome all of you. We also welcome in a very special way the Ministry of Education team. Many of us are here today. The Master of Ceremony today, Miss Robinson, and her team, Mrs. Geese and her team, Mr. Scotland, my colleague, the Education Officer East, who is also from the area, from Campbell, lives in Warner. Nice to see you, Mr. Maxime, giving me support. Thank you. And we also want to welcome our own learning support advisor, Miss Ledlow, who many of the, well, except maybe Warner, the other children would know because she works in the West. And all our other hardworking team from the Ministry of Education. Very importantly, we want to welcome the parents and to thank you for your patience and for waiting and to be here to support your children. And the most important people today, the students from the Mahaut, Campbell, and Warner Primary. Let us give them a round of applause. Yes. It is so nice to see you here this morning, all nicely dressed in your uniforms. And I know that a lot of you would love to be in the buildings and seeing your teachers and seeing your other peers. But we know the situation, and one day soon, we will be able to do so. So let us just continue to be safe and do what is right, follow the protocols, be vaccinated if you are eligible to, and all those things, and we will be back. So we want to welcome you in a very special way this morning. But I cannot leave if I don't mention some very important people, because we would not be here today at this ceremony of the educational devices, the delivery of the education devices to the 3 schools, if it wasn't for some persons, and I have to mention them. The Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, under the Global Partnership for Education, the GPE project. We are very happy for them assisting us in those devices. And very importantly, the government of Dominica. Let us hear it for the government of Dominica as well, and the OECS and the GPE. And as I give my welcome, I would like to say the Honorable Prime Minister is not here, but we know the Honorable Oscar George. He's not here with us today. He has been going around, but he wasn't able to come today. But we know that they are very happy that we are here and continuing the whole process of ensuring that online learning is one where it will be more of a very good experience than what it has been so far. We know it is stressful, and it was even more stressful because some of you did not have devices, and your teachers had to prepare packages. They have to prepare for the online and the packages. So believe you me, these devices will go a very, very long way. And we really want to thank all the members of the government of Dominica and the OECS and the GP. And let us hear it for them again. It's very, very important. So in closing, I would like to say to you, take care of the devices, ensure it is used for learning and learning alone. The government has placed a lot of emphasis on IT and ensuring that we improve in ensuring that everything is done properly online and we can improve and have a very good experience. So let us ensure that we use it for what it is given, for online learning. And even if we go back face to face, we will all agree that we will continue online learning in one form, shape, or form. Okay, so we have to just be thankful for that. And with these few words, I wish to welcome you to this ceremony and to tell you, in everything, give thanks. Thank you very much.
In this moment right now, we call on the Minister of Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training, and National Excellence to give a few brief remarks. Honorable Octavia Alfred.
Good morning, everybody. Hello, children. You've been here for quite a while. I know, I apologize. Then you have to listen to me for 4 minutes, and then you have to listen to your pal rep. So let's play a little game before I start, so the sleep can pass now. Let's stand up. 3 minutes. You know God made all kinds of animals, some fly, some creep, some hop. So if I call an animal and it flies, you clap twice, clap, clap. If the animal does not fly and you clap, then you out. So we don't have a lick wrong of that. Now we run in it. Fly, fly. Fly, fly. Fly, mosquito. Fly, cow. Who clap for cow? Oh, you know cow can fly now? One more wrong and then we'll sit. Ready, 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 ready. Fly, fly. Fly, mosquito. Fly, bird. Fly, goat. Somebody make a goat fly. Okay, one more wrong and then you can sit and listen to me. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Fly bird. Fly bird. Fly mosquito. Fly fly. Fly butterfly. Fly pig. Oh man. I'm sure your teacher will play some of it with you. You may have your seat. Thank you very much. Honorable Raymond Blackmore, the Minister of Security, and he's also the parliamentary representative in the Mahaut constituency. Honorable Kasani Laville, Minister of Digital Economy, Education Officer, Mrs. Jules Royer, principals of all free schools, parents, teachers, Ministry of Education staff, everybody, good morning. Yes, okay, I can see all you wake up now. It's indeed a pleasure for me to be here this morning. It's a wonderful day for you students of Mahaut Primary, Warner Primary, Campbell Primary, because you're going to get your device, and I'm sure now you can join class online. And how many people are looking forward to going to class? Of course, me too. It's also a very good day for the teachers, because some of them were worried about if you will catch up, if you will stay, if you wouldn't fall behind. And some of our teachers really would like all their children to follow timetable with them instead of having to deal with them after. And I know it's a good thing for your principal, because parents may talk about something else next week, and prepare yourself, miss, because that's what parents do. As soon as you meet one thing, the next. So, but you will not be hearing about device next week, amen? Because by 1 o'clock today, all the students who are here will have their device. So you will be able to follow your classes, and your parents will stop worrying about you not being in class online. It's also a good day for the Ministry of Education as we try to move forward and prepare our students for what the world is and for what the world is becoming. We are building a digital Dominica, and this is part of it. It's also a good day for me, because your pal rep, it was worse for me, for Mahaut, than for other areas. Because you know, in other areas you have one pal rep, and the pal rep will be on your case. But minister, when the children are going to get the device, I don't want the children from Warner to drop out. In this case, it was two people on my case. So when Honorable Laville didn't even know, Honorable Blackmore just held me down the step And when I say top of the step, Honorable Laville holding me down. The children from Warner, the children from Campbell. When are you coming to Mahaut? We need to do Mahaut. They need to get their device. Put your hands together for your pal rep. Your pal rep is a nothing soft man, you know. He doesn't stop until he gets what he's supposed to get, you know. And put your hands together for Honorable Laville because himself is the next one again. They make sure that Mahaut constituency is counted. And the government of Dominica is a government that's very interested in the education of our children. And once again, for the past few weeks, we have put that on display. I think people do not have the slightest idea of how much work that had to be done so we could get the devices to the students. When something is on the port on Monday, and you can start distributing to students by Friday, it's almost magical. And this is why I want to thank the staff of the Ministry of Education for the work that you have been doing over the past days. Put your hands together for them, please. I celebrate with those of you from this school because you're receiving a gift that you need in a time like now. But I also celebrate with you because as far as I'm concerned, work is progressing very well on your new school, and hopefully it will end on the time schedule so you can go back to your new school. And I will stay here long enough to say thank you to the parents and the teachers of the Mahaut Primary School for the kind of patience you have exhibited and the way in which you have collaborated with the Ministry of Education in times like these. Little people, I want to say to you, when you turn on your device, you have become what they call a digital citizen. Your teachers will help you to understand the responsibility of digital citizens. But let me tell you something, little people, all you listening? Let me tell all you something. Even if you delete something on your device, it's still there, way. People, yes, look, somebody shake their hand, it's true. So according to what you do, even if you delete, people can still see it. So I want to tell you, you are not too small to be careful what you do with your device. Because when you grow up and you want to go and study and you want to be a pilot or something, some big doctor, the people can go back at the school and they can see everything you did when you were 9 years and 8 years and 12 years and 13 years, and that can influence if they take you or not. So I'm saying to you, your device is a learning tool. It's not something that you can just use to do any stupidness. I understand your curiosity, but private information must remain private. So we have private information, we have private places, we also have private body parts. And this part I will leave for your HFLE teachers to take from here. Not everything you must put on your device. Not all pictures you must upload on your device. Not all your family business must be on your device. Your device is a device to do schoolwork. So you have to behave respectfully, and you also must know that everything on the device is saved. Not like when you write in your book and you erase with your eraser. No, 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 it's there. Parents, we don't want you to become teachers overnight, but support your children. Some of you have been doing it well, and some of you have been doing it too well. And the too well is not a good thing. When teacher asks the question, it's not you she's supposed to be here in answering. Too many of our parents are standing at the back there just giving the answers. Look at teacher clapping, so I know it's true. So when teacher says, give me something begin with S, she shouldn't be hearing parents saying, say son, say son, say son. Because teacher is going to think that your child has it all correct, and so there's no need to call you after class to take a one-on-one with the teacher. So teachers, we also need to guide our parents on how to support, otherwise you might get a false success, which is really the parents' grade. Parents, the trainer in class, you cannot just enter your child class anyhow. Parents, hello parents, when are you coming? The camera is on. The camera is on when you're coming to the class. Make sure you're properly dressed. You don't want all your child friends to see you in a brassiere or maybe without a brassiere. Not jokes, no. So I'm saying to us, when we enter in the class, make sure we are properly dressed. We hearing people using bad words in the background. Sometimes your conversations are too loud. The TV is still on. Your child is in class. So respect that time, and worse still, don't ask your child to go and make any message during class time. If your child was in school, you would not be calling him to go and get anything for you. So leave her and leave him in class. I'm finishing. I want you to know, parents, if you have any questions, our counselors are standing by. And also you can visit our website, Ministry of Education website. We have lots of resources there that you can use to help your children. And you can also see your curriculum for the class your child is in, so you can follow to see if your child is doing well and what else you can do before Miss teaches so that your child can be ahead. We have already said thank you, and we will never stop saying thank you to the collaboration between the OECS and the NTRC, who is helping to make sure that our children get internet for those who need it, Flow and Digicel, and all the other ministries who collaborated with us, Ministry of Digital Economy and Telecoms and Broadcasting. I want to give special thank you to Honorable Laville and Honorable Oscar George, who played a great part in ensuring that things go well. Online classes will be here to stay. Even when we go back face-to-face, we will still have online classes, but online classes can never take the place of face-to-face. So therefore, I want to especially thank the effort that has been going on in Mahaut with your parent and your constituents, the effort to ensure that people take the vaccine. Roll up your sleeve, come check this in. All you know it? Yes, and I want to commend all the teachers and the parents who have taken the vaccine. And I want to commend the parents who have allowed their 12 to 17-year-old to take the vaccine, because this is your contribution to ensuring that we go back to face-to-face. So I commend you, and I encourage those who have not done so to please do so. Students, now you can go and do your schoolwork well. You can go now and make sure all your assignments are complete. Go now and make good use of your device. God bless you. Jesus love you, and I love you too. Good morning.
Okay. Boys and girls, you are almost there. There's a young man behind me who is very eager to speak to you, and I know he's very excited. Call him a young man. He's young. He looks young. Okay? The parliamentary representative for the Mahaut constituency, Honorable Rayburn Blackmore.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair, for that wonderful compliment. Young, I'm getting there. Let me take time out to recognize in our mix our Minister for Education. Put your hands together for her again. She did a wonderful job, and she demonstrated her talent as a teacher. I also want to recognize my comrade, a man from Mahaut, Honorable Laville. Put your hands together for Honorable Laville. The principals of the free primary school, namely Warner, Campbell, and Mahaut, teachers, and how can I forget your own education officer for the West, and all the wonderful staff members of the Ministry of Education. I want to be very brief here this afternoon, sorry. And first of all, let me commend you highly for being so nice after having waited for so long to get. The only thing you're waiting for today is what? Your device. But I want to share with you a few words, as I did in Massa, and to say that I'm so glad to be here today. And just looking at you, the manner in which you are so smartly and neatly dressed, it says to me that you want to be here, you want to come back to school. Isn't that so? I'm not hearing you. Do you want to come back to the classroom? Say it loudly so your parents can hear. Thank you very much. Because I can recall myself when I was within your age group, I look forward after the Christmas and summer breaks to be back at school, in the classroom. And of course, in those days, when you had a new pair of shoes, you used to look forward to come back to school to show everybody that you have a new pair of shoes, a new pair of pants, and a new shirt. It's not so. And today demonstrates to me that you're missing the classroom. But as I've said before, we all know why we're not physically at the classroom, because of the challenges brought about by the most deadly virus that the human race has faced in recent times, COVID-19. And I call on the parents and the teachers, those of you who have not taken the vaccine, to behave in a responsible manner and take the vaccine. Because our students need to be back in the classroom. There is no substitute for effective learning than an environment in the classroom. So, your government has provided free vaccines for us in Dominica. We have gotten to a point where children from the ages of 12 to 17 can also take the vaccine. So let us hope as time progresses, therefore, we will do what is responsible and to take the vaccine. That is the only way we can get ahead of this virus and to stem the spread. But that notwithstanding, as I've said before, learning has to continue. And in that case, we are talking about online learning. And you need the devices in order to participate on the online learning process. But I want to make reference to a very important document, and that is the manifesto of the Labour Party of 2019 on page 25. And I want to just reference a section on that page that is very instructive to me and you, the people of Dominica. And it says that, and of course, on that page I just referenced, a commitment was made to ensure that Dominicans are connected, work, and live smart. That Dominican youth specifically are technologically savvy and able to compete with the best in the world. That is a very profound commitment. And that commitment can only come from a party in office that is mindful about the need to get our young people connected in the 21st century. And that commitment, as I've said before, is not only going to require the availability of broadband or Wi-Fi, but you, the young people, must have access to the appropriate devices. And what is happening day to day, therefore, is consistent with this commitment by your Prime Minister and the Labour Party government in office. And there are many countries in the Caribbean who are experiencing the similar predicament that we are experiencing, brought about by COVID-19, who are struggling to provide devices to their students. And in Dominica, as of today, every primary student in the Mahaut constituency and other parts of this country will have a device. That is important, parents. As I continue, and I have reached to the most significant part of my very brief remarks. And I'm saying that because having a device is one thing. But as I said in my SAC, and I want to reference that for emphasis, starting first with you, the parents. And I see so many of you here today, and that is wonderful and remarkable. Let us hope going forward at the PTA's meetings, we'll have a similar attendant rate, if I may say so. Parents, teachers, and of course you, the students, must be guided by the fundamental principle of the usage of technology. That is important. And teachers, parents, it is critical, therefore, that the students are there with your support and guidance and active participation to this fundamental guiding principle that I speak of. And that I mean, therefore, that the devices ought to be used appropriately. And by so doing, used only as an effective tool to follow your classroom. And then parents, because you're going to be home providing the guidance to you, your students and your children, have to ensure that the children are not exposed to the kind of other learning activities that will give rise to social diversions or deviant behavior. That is critical. So you have the responsibility to ensure that those devices are used properly. Mahaut students, and of course the principal of the Mahaut school, and you, the parents who are here today, in the first quarter of next year, because of the Labour Party administration and the foresight that we have in building a dynamic Dominica driven by education for all in this modern century in which we live, you shall have the best primary school on island. Now, when we came at a ceremony to have the groundbreaking ceremony, the teachers and them purposefully crafted a very good rendition. And they said to the Prime Minister, the Parliament, Honorable Castle Laville, and my Minister for Education, and my other cabinet colleagues, and everybody who listened, it come in. Parents, teachers, it come. It come. Look it there over there. It come. Are you seeing it? Wonderful eldership. And when the Labour Party government gives a commitment and a promise, this Labour Party administration have demonstrated time and time again that when the Prime Minister, when we say something, we mean what we say. Isn't that so? Are you quiet? So it is there. So I wish you well, and please take care of those devices. As I've said just now, and I want to reiterate for emphasis, although we are providing the devices, but you at that age in which you are now at, the classroom environment is the most effective means of learning in the continuum of education for you or young people. Because when you go to school, not only to learn, but to socialize. And students who spend too many time at home, and not going to school physically may end up being socially deformed. So therefore, it's in our interest as adults to provide proper counseling and guidance and direction to our children by setting the example. And those of you teachers, under whose care the children will be when you go back to face learning in the classroom. You have only your conscience to live with. If you have no medical impediment and you're refusing to take the vaccine for some kind of ridiculous reasons. We have a responsibility to be responsible. And we must stop being selfish sometimes and think of those other persons, some of them who cannot fend for themselves, who are placed under our care, and to take the vaccine. Growing up, as I end, we took multiple vaccines growing up. My sister Dawn a couple months ago told me she was going for medical or health cards as babies growing up. We took vaccine and all of us, the principal of the one at school, all of us then, Ms. Stedman, Bianca and them, all of them, vaccine in our skin, polio, understand? We take that. Lagum, what do you call it? That's like big lagum, we take that. Huh? Smallpox, we took that. Polio, we take it too, isn't that so? And if we have to go overseas and we are told we have to take the vaccine, we're asking how many more we have to take. If one alone? But to protect ourselves and to protect our country, we are refusing to do what is responsible and civic. I'm sorry I have to say that, but I'm very passionate about our country. And as a man, not I must say young one, who has given my entire adult life to this country, I think I love this country. And then this government is doing so much. And then we have to change our general disposition as a people if we have to make any progress in terms of fighting this deadly virus, COVID-19. I love you. Enjoy your devices. And today, we have over 300 students in the Mahaut constituency. We have devices. We have 94 first-form students who have not received the devices. All our college students have their laptops. And those of you who have not received, be a little patient. Your time is coming. The Labour Party always delivers. And in my lifetime, I have not experienced any political party in office that has cared for the people of this country, especially those on the margins of society, like the Dominican Labour Party government. I thank you, and may the good Lord continue to bless this wonderful constituency and Dominica.
Boys and girls, we are getting there. We are almost there. Okay? Just now we're going to give out 151 devices. Okay? But before we do so, the principal of the Mahaut Primary School has agreed to give the vote of thanks. So let us welcome Ms. Nola Stedman to the front.
Honorable Octavia Alfred, Minister of Education, Human Resource, Planning, Vocational Training and National Excellence. Honorable Rayburn Blackmore, Parliamentary Representative for the Mahaut constituency and Minister of National Security and Home Affairs. Honorable Senator Kasani Laville, Minister for Public Works and the Digital Economy, Mrs. Margaret Jules Royer, Education Officer for the Western District, Mr. David Maxime, Education Officer for the Eastern District. Mr. Maxime, I must give you a ministry there. Miss Hilda Abraham, Principal of the Campbell Primary School, Mr. Erickson Bertrand, Principal of the Warner Primary School, teachers, students, parents, ministry officials, and other invited guests. A pleasant good afternoon to everyone present here today. It gives me great pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks this afternoon on behalf of all the students, parents, and staff of the Mahaut Primary School, Warner Primary School, and the Campbell Primary School here today. I take this opportunity to thank the government of Dominica, including the Ministry of Education and the parliamentary representative, for ensuring that no child was left behind or without a device during this very challenging but necessary virtual learning form of education. I am extremely elated that our students have been equipped with the tools needed so that they can continue to embark on their educational journey successfully. Students, you should feel honored because you are receiving these devices this afternoon. Stands as evidence that education continues to be of paramount importance to our government and the Ministry of Education by extension. Let us give a round of applause to the government of Dominica and the Ministry of Education for all their efforts. We cannot forget the various parties who have been working tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure that our students here today and all around the island are more than equipped for online learning. You too are all deserving of high commendations, and I say thank you. Parents, I am certain that you feel a sense of relief knowing that your children now have their own devices to navigate through online learning. We are all fully aware of the burdens that you have been facing with the relatively new online learning initiative. And it's with great sincerity that I thank you for your commitment and dedication to your children's education by doing your best to provide for their needs. Thankfully, after today, some of your frustration will be lessened. So we say thank you once again for your acceptance of this remarkable gesture by the Ministry of Education and the government of Dominica. Fellow principals and teachers, I know that you too are quite thankful that the students entrusted in our care will be able to engage in their online classes. We continue to face our own challenges with online learning, and I know by our students' acceptance of these devices, our workload will be much lighter. Thank you for your continued acts of dedication and selflessness. And let us all continue to work in the best interest of our students, as they have now been provided with one of the most essential tools to assist them to continue their education journey. Once again, I say thank you to all students, parents, and teachers. The devices are here.
Okay, the devices are here, and guess what? They're going to be right there in your hands, okay? Before you get the devices, we are going to show you what you're going to get. You're going to get a 10-inch tablet with the case. The case has a stand as well as a keyboard. So the grade 5 and 6 students, when you have to type your compositions, you have a keyboard now to do so. And not only did the government of Dominica decide to give you a tablet, they also decided to give you a state-of-the-art, that's what it looks like, that, you know, the sci-fi headphones. So you get a nice pair of headphones, not the cheap ones I have in my ears, as well as, parents, pay attention to that, please, 16 gig memory card The memory card is placed in the plastic of the headphone, so please be careful. The memory card is there to help to increase your storage. Remember, the devices are for educational purposes, parents. And additionally, because the government of Dominica is so interested in your education, they are also ensuring that not only do you have a device, but for parents who do not have internet access, the government of Dominica, together with NTRC, has started a project called Net for All, where parents only pay $10 and the government subsidizes the rest. $10 for internet, but in order for you to get that package, you must not have internet at home, okay? Additionally, there must be internet in Mahaut. Well, you have that already. You must have a student at your home. We have that already. And your child must have a device. They're going to get that in a few seconds. All right? If you are interested, parents, the number to call to find out whether or not you're eligible is 275-1000, 275-1000. If you can't remember, I'm sure that one of the principals has taken down that information. Okay, so let us get started. Let us start with, oh, sorry. In order to help with the distribution, we are calling on the Minister of Education, Honorable Rayburn Blackmore, as well as Honorable Cassani Laville, help us. Okay, as well as Mahaut Royer, our District Education Officer. So listen carefully, we're going to start with Mahaut. Listen carefully. As soon as you hear your name, you stand, you come forward, and you take your device. Students, you go right back to your seats. Parents, do not take the devices from them. Wait, because the codes on the devices need to be taken down by the teachers. So as soon as the teachers are done, they will send the students to you, okay? Thank you so very much for your cooperation in advance. So Mahaut, let us start with grade K. As soon as you hear your name, teachers help us too as well. As soon as you hear your name, come up front and take a device from any one of these lovely people at the front. Jael Anthony, Aiden Matthew, where's Jael? Aiden Matthew, Jesse Graham. Teachers, just make them get up and come. Lenny Merrifield, Laquan Anthony, Skylar Regis, Kian Defoe, Jordan Stedman, Shevani Alfred, Loisha Xavier, Monifa Joseph. Please go back to your seats as soon as you get your devices. Walk, come quickly. Come, baby, come. Grade 1. Lyric Anthony, Jemiah Winston, Zenia Stewart, Shivani St. Pierre, Kershel Esprit, Malik Reed, Dimitri John, Kyle Francis, Nick. Okay, Kyle Francis, grade 1. Grade 2, Dimitri John. Sorry. Did I call Dimitri John? Where's Dimitri John? Okay. Nick Mitchell, Taj Noel, Amara Henry, Rachel Maxime, Ronel Dura, Revelyn Jean, Yannick George, Shirley Benjamin. That's grade 2. Grade 3, Ryanel Bruno, Kiera Botswin, Catalia Pinard, Caden Matthew, Malachi Stedman, Chandel Isidore, and Antonia Angol. Grade 4, Edwina Harry, Tariq Nicholas, Kimberly Faustin, Akin Esprit, Sanjay Roberts, Nathan Stedman, Maneska Philmond, Esther Gills, Luan Francis, Rohim Xavier, Shania Alfred, Alchina Bonnier. Grade 5, move down. Grade 4, grade 4. Where you're passing up? Okay. It's okay. Grade 5, Abby Ryan, Chelsea Esprit, Ayana Francis, Khadija Loda, Briandel Bruno, Ashon Pinard, Bradson Williams, Jaquan Timothy, Sarahi Stedman, Sarai Stedman, Janen Stedman, Wendesley Colestin, Elise Gills, Jelen Joseph, Rose Philmon, Mackenzie Joseph, Kwan Daru, and Jaime Grove. And these are the students of the Mahaut Primary School. Next up, Campbell Primary School. Campbell Primary School, grade K. Amelia John Charles, Shanika Esprit. Grade 1, Soraya Canoville, Odera Flora, Devon Etienne. Grade 2,
you have to bring it down and then you bring it up.
Farina Canoville, Dijon Etienne, Jaden Bernard. Free, Elijah Zidor, Dahlia Flora. Sorry, yes, Dahlia Bontief, sorry. Grade 4, Mawan Bedminister, Tyrese Benjamin. Grade 5, Janae Alexander, Jaquan Simon, Juste, what's that name? Duda Chen, Uriah Vidal. Grade 6, Tasha Esprit, Jalil Alexander. And that is the Campbell Primary School. We now move on to Warner. Grade K, Kenneth Telemac, Jasmaya Benjamin, Tanisha Sabroch, Kezian Basil, Kaishel Hector, Haley Morgan, Kyle Julian, Tristan Pierre, Monique Bruno, Glory David, Gemini Williams, Melody Fontaine, Zahir Henry, Kajel Julian. Grade 1, Ellie George, Nathan Henry, Kelly Bertrand, Faith Gabriel, Makani Bruno, Shakwan John Jules, Zidane Telemac, and Yandel John. You'll get it out. You'll get it after. You'll get it after. Okay? You'll get it after. You'll get it after, darling. Just wait. Okay? Grade 2, Kimran Bruno, Niall Libla, Eliana Blanford, Omar Hippolyte, and Deja Morgan. Grade 3, Ariana Regis, Sarina Francis, Adija Dover, Samuel Fontaine, Cavani Francis, Caden Basil, Sapphire Morgan, Nyla Bruno. Grade 4, Viviana Francis, Kenya Telimac, Zandaya Sanford, Nikki Saintville, Alincia Philip, and Jalan John Hope. Grade 5, Elijah Pierre, Jonathan Laura, Davion Regis. Let's give it to them. What grade is that? 5?
Make sure you take care, you bring them, that's the problem.
That's okay, that's okay, that's okay. That's okay. Let's tell us, they're too tired, you know. Ready? Okay, let me just start over at grade 5. If you've got it already, that's fine, stay seated. Elijah Pierre, Jonathan Laura, Davion Regis, Amelia Benjamin, Kanisha Etienne, Jordan Laura, Okwan Albert, and DeQuane Theophile. Grade 6, Colonel Julian, Ernest Philip, Nick Libla, Judah Joseph, Claire Fontaine, Versel Johnson, Devon Francis, Loeline Joseph. Parents, if you are here and your child is not here, please wait a while and you go to the teacher of that child and they will give you the device or direct you to who can give you the device. Parents, if the student's code has not been taken as yet, please do not take the device from them. Yes, the teachers will take the code. Thank you very much, Honorable Raymond Blackmore. And let me tell you, I am one person. There are people all around. What kind of teacher did you? Okay, did everybody get a device? As I said, the parents, if you are here and your child is not here, please see Miss Jules, who is there with the black skirt under the tent, and she will get the device to you.
record.